This child is 4 years old. He has a diagnosis of cerebral palsy with right hemiplegia. So the right side of his body is involved with increased muscle tone. He's more involved in his arm than his leg, and he's really limited mostly in finer gross motor skills, and certainly in his fine motor skills with his right side. I started working with this child when he was 3 months old, so the progress that we've seen since I started working with him has been significant. Currently we're working a lot on goals regarding use of his right side, specifically doing some standing balance over that right leg, being able to half kneel over his right knee when he's in half kneel with his left foot forward, coming up to stand over his right leg from half kneel. We're looking at better balance over the right leg, improving stair climbing. He's beginning to alternate going up and down stairs, and we continue to work on that. And just making sure that we get as normal of a gait pattern as possible. Without his Dafo and shoe on, we have two things that happen. He pronates his foot more and he goes up on his toe somewhat. He has a slight limp over that right leg, and when the Dafo isn't on for a while, he will consistently have a gait where he's up on his toe on the right side. There's usually some carryover once you take the Dafo off, with having his foot flatter on the floor over the right. I'm not sure we saw that as much with the filming because we took the shoe off, the Dafo off, let him walk, and then we put it right back on. Just in the last couple of months, we decided to put him in a number 3 Dafo because he was starting to go up on his toes on that right foot when he was walking, and we wanted to see if we could change that pattern. Since he was probably 9 or 10 months old, he's always had a number 4 Dafo on the right, which is cut down lower, and we've always had a strap around the back. When he was younger, we didn't want him in a number 3 Dafo because he was crawling more, and it just inhibited that normal plantar flexion that you see when kids crawl. But now that he's walking primarily, it's less of a problem. Our hope is that after wearing this Dafo for several months, we'll be able to cut it down into a number 4 again. With the Dafo on, he gets a little bit more weight bearing over that right side. He gets a little bit longer stride length over that right side. Overall, just a much nicer gait pattern. I use half kneel a lot. I think it can affect kids' gait pattern because it helps them strengthen their legs and it helps really work certain muscles. I think it's important for kids to learn how to come to stand through half kneel. I think it's just one of those skills that's part of the whole developmental progression, and it also is a great strengthening exercise. I think the treadmill helps facilitate a more normal gait pattern. When kids are on a treadmill, they have to take more even steps because it doesn't allow for one leg to slow down while the other leg is going faster. So they really have to kind of work more on an even step.
March, march, march. Now let's just march with lefty. You are so good at this. March, march, march. Lefty, just lefty. You're so good at doing righty, it's hard to switch, isn't it?
It also is a nice way for the therapist to work with a child when they're walking because they're in one place and you can facilitate movement without having to chase them around the room. This child's right hand relaxed when walking on the treadmill. And I was really impressed by that. And I would have expected his right hand to get tight because he was working so hard. Perhaps it's because it was facilitating a more normal gait pattern and his arms were reacting to that. Okay, we'll do that first and then we'll alternate. Oh, you smarty. Think we can reach it? Okay, now let's see if we can put it in Righty's hand. Right there. And pull. Because he has asymmetry and his left leg is stronger, he typically will choose that leg when going up and down stairs to be the stronger leg. And usually when kids go upstairs, they choose their stronger leg to go up with, and when they go downstairs, they choose their stronger leg to stay behind, and they lead with their weaker leg. You are so awesome.
Don't pull on it.
There's those leaves. You know those leaves. One foot. Oh, you forgot the other foot. Nope. No. We were going to do the other foot. Yep. One foot. Other foot. One foot. Other foot. It's a great activity to work on symmetrical leg work. One foot. Other foot. You're so good at this.